Ah, I love Danganronpa. Hey, wait a minute. That's the killer and... God, so many dead people. I love how they say that in the opening sequence of a game or a movie, you can tell exactly what's going to happen. And looking at this, you can tell that one person's dead. Okay, Leon. And now you see Monokuma with the butter. And you sort of see the people grouped together. Sort of. You have Sakura-chan and Aoi. And then you've got Sakura and Leon. But... oh yeah, and then you've got Leon getting dragged away. I can't believe I didn't notice that. And then you have a fire truck. So something's gonna happen with a fire truck. The fuck are you gonna do with a fire truck? Put out fires, obviously. Ah. So it begins. Welcome, Kumas, to another Danganronpa. You're here with Kuma. We are at the trial for, what are their names? I forgot their names already. Hifumi, yes. I keep mispronouncing. It's Hifumi and Ishimaru. I'm good at names now. In the words of Kyoko, do you really hate them so much that you don't even remember their names? You threw me like 12, 13 names. It took me a little while to remember. Okay, here we go. This is always fun. Doing a trial. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. And as soon as we all were there...
Monokuma appears!
Why are there two of them? Hello, hello, hello! He's multiplied. Kuma, use double team.
Wrong.
Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I've multiplied. Double team. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then, if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train, elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't just run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it, for serious. Isn't it funny when the roles are reversed? That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... how unfortunate that it would seem we have our culprit. Okay. Ah!
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right, let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right, I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the two that lost their lives. I still say Hifumi killed Taka first. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... someone right here. Well, there is a killer on the right-hand side of the room, but that might not be the killer this time. Great, we've got killers everywhere. Am I supposed to point at who I think the killer is? Because at the moment, Hero is getting screwed, but I think he's too stupid for it. He thinks it wasn't him. Kyoko, have you figured this out yet? The story begins when we get down there. So are you all basically... Celeste, tell me something. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. Why are you so unusually happy today? This trial will be over in no time. Sakura-chan? I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. Neither do I. Aoi?
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go. We can make Hiro pay for his crimes. So that's 2 people that think Hiro did it. What about you, Byakuya? You figured something out. Were you listening? We gotta get down to the courtroom to begin your arguing. Why do I have to argue?
Yes, yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it. Why am I Big Mac? I'm not big, or a Mac. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator once everyone was aboard. The doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. Like we all know how an elevator works. Yeah, everyone's in the exact same positions as originally. There's just fewer people. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. Or until, you know, you die. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator's doors slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Wait, did he redecorate? I swear it was not blue last time. Well, I see all of you gathered together like this. I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax. Only because of you. Why are you making us do so many cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute. He's blushing, I like it.
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. Murakuma, you're evil. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. Why are you saying deadly so many times? A deadly class trial. You sure talk a lot. Yeah, look at her. It's red with blue and gold, and this time it's like light blue. Oh, okay, let's set the skills. Let's see what we got. We're playing on hardcore mode, by the way. Oh yeah, what truth bullets do we have? You have the Monokuma file, we know that. Blue top, yep. Repository dolly, got it. Hifumi's glasses, yep. Spotless hammer. Repository door that only locks from the inside. Equipment room bloodstain. Probably dolly was used to move. Glasses cleaning cloth because Hifumi was probably alive. Celeste's account. Yasuhiro's message. Robojustice blueprints that have very messy writing. Robojustice costume. Yasuhiro's account. A broken wristwatch. A broken wristwatch that says that he was probably killed just past 6. Kiyotaka's scrap of paper which was in his hand. Hifumi's notes he had in his pants. And the e-handbook. I don't get what that has to do with anything. Let us begin! Oh, okay. See, he redecorated!
With a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Why is the room repainted?
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one,
Tell me there's not multiple floors.
then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Wait, that chair is wood and it's hollow. Where does the button come from?
Now then, to begin with,
We already know who did it.
No, stop saying stupid things. You guys thought this the first time and I was innocent.
was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
Well, that's 2 votes for him.
I didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Great, now there's 3 votes.
Who are you calling a murderer?
He does have a point.
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence. Blueprints for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it. And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
Yeah, but do you really believe this idiot did it?
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hiro really the killer, or before anything else, we have to make that clear? Okay, what are we doing now? Oh yeah, bullet time. Yeah, I got bullets.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
No, it's not the Illuminati.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
No, just hold on a second.
What, that's it? Compelling evidence that Hiro is the killer. Is that really true? Okay, let's see what's being said.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
So maybe
It's
Yasuhiro...
not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hiro, why?
Maybe the Justice
did you kill
blueprints
them? No!
don't necessarily prove
Hold
he
on a
did it
second.
because the handwriting is completely different.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they
No! Okay.
No, it's wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong, I think. Yeah, it is.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
Yeah, what I said.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hiro wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Well, he might be using formal handwriting for other people and sloppy handwriting for himself, like I do, but okay.
When you compare it to the blueprints,
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Maybe that's what he wants you to think.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Maybe.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Yeah, you see, he admits it.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
I'm starting to say that, yes.
And he is not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
Yeah, the dick also agrees with me.
Then who was in that Robojustice suit?
No. We believe he was in the Robojustice suit. We just believe that he didn't kill anyone while he was in it.
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
No. Stop confusing it. It's...
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
That was Yasuhiro. Of course, he passes it off on me.
So, who was in the Robojustice suit?
The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been in the suit. The Illuminati!
I got it!
The fuck?
Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit, and we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
Yes, but that doesn't necessarily mean he did it.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
Oh, just like bear with me for a second. Get it? Bear?
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
Okay, I'm leaving the words to Byakuya.
So what you're saying is...
No, stop winking!
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robojustice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
That's not an assumption, it's backed by evidence.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Why do you look so angry all of a sudden?
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
My god.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
That would have been the dolly.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
What am I, your freaking assistant?
I got it!
There's still one more thing. Yeah, of course, it's a top.
I got it!
God, this is too easy because we
They
figured
were
it out.
A dolly and a tarp, right?
Except the person who did it. That's the one thing we need. What?
So, let's see if I can explain. Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository.
Correct.
And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Yeah.
It was the same tarp that up until then was stored in the equipment room.
Yeah. How's that wrong?
So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Why the fuck would you want to carry a corpse when you can just, like, push one?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
What's to me?
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Exactamundo.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Not 100%.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room. It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
Uh-oh.
Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
Oh shit.
There is no shame in being wrong, and nobody expects much from you anyway.
I gave you a rose whip.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
I don't like you anymore. Wow, I've never had anyone sound so nice while being so mean, but maybe I can change their mind. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Great, even more shit. Absolutely. Let's talk about reloading. Oh great, I gotta reload. Yeah. Starting with the next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statement. But from now on, just locking on and pressing the left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key in time with the tempo marker. Ah, crap! Basically, just remember that the tab key now has a function along with the right mouse button and the left mouse button. You'll automatically reload at the start of fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Wait, is fever time space or shift? Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. Yeah, we're on hardcore. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Well then, good luck and have fun. And bite down the pillow. Oh, crap. What?
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Oh, shit!
Do your worst.
Shit!
You have it wrong.
I can't see shit! How am I still hitting this in sync?
Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
How am I doing this in combo when I can't see shit?
You are a fool. Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Did I win? Did I win?
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
Did I just win? What did I just prove? I have no idea.
If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread.
I could have said that.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Yeah, I knew that.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much?
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robojustice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then... what kind of robot is it?
Forget about the freaking robot!
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
You mean besides the fact that he's an idiot, that he was locked up in a goddamn locker, which we didn't open, thank you, Naegi, and then he couldn't take off the suit because it had a clamp on the back which he couldn't reach? Oh, and also whacking a mallet in that suit would be really difficult.
If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Oh yeah, the suit can't bend over. God damn it, why am I missing all the important stuff? What? You have to spin the room in order to get me to figure it out? Probably Robojustice Costume.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Oh crap, wrong one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Shoot!
Uh-oh. I'm losing my,
As we know, Taka was
I'm
killed
losing
in
my...
the equipment room.
What's it called?
And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
And people believe you.
Yeah.
Credibility.
The culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Can't bend over! Ha!
No, it's wrong.
I'm getting good at this.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you get anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me. Not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
They couldn't have done it.
Seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Why are you winking at me? No. No. Wait, are you the one that wants to bend? Oh, no!
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
And then putting it back on? There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because...
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that's keeping you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. You don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hiro wasn't just making it up?
Yes, he wasn't.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
it's really, really true that Robojustice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hiro in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robojustice?
Yeah, the picture that you took without Robojustice noticing you by standing in front of freaking Robojustice. When you said you were peeking through the door, but the door is clearly behind him. You're full of crap.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
How did you get hurt? That guy hit me. What guy? Robojustice. That's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hold on a second!
Don't tell me we're back at square one.
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion. Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Yeah, what the waifu said.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Why do you wink at me?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
Please don't say that when Sakura's winking at me.
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
I'm not taking that out of context.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself. We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
How the fuck do you remember that?
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robojustice.
That's such a retarded name.
It also soon became clear that this same Robojustice had abducted Hifumi.
Why?
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Oh. What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
and then...
Someone else screams. Oh, what was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
At that point, we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time, because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Wait, so 2 bodies, 1 announcement. That pretty much goes hand in hand with Hifumi still being alive.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Hifumi's body had disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
That is not wink-worthy. This can't be happening. Are we all hallucinating this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository.
Yeah, in the room that was locked.
Which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated.
You've no idea.
It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Fair enough.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. What contradiction? He was whacked over the head. Oh, broken wristwatch. That's probably the time. Oh, Yasuhiro's message. Shit.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or
It was
perhaps
before.
it was after?
Before.
We already know what order they were killed in.
No, you don't!
Taka came last.
Shit!
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
No, not the
It's
numbering.
true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Why would someone bother numbering the hammers?
So, regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if, or perhaps it was.
we already know what
Ah,
order they were
chipmunks.
killed in.
What? Whoops. I'm losing more credibility.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi.
Or
Yeah,
perhaps
what
it
you
was. We
want.
already know Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice
What about the
Hammers.
broken wristwatch? Why does this not work? I'm gonna get executed at this point.
Because of the numbering of the
Justice
What about
Hammers.
this? Nothing's working! We're gonna die!
Shoot!
Oh crap, we've got like one
So,
shot left.
Regarding
Pay
Taka's
attention.
death,
So it's obvious Taka came after.
How am I supposed to contradict this? The order that the Justice Hammers were used to commit to murder. Something about that bothers me. Okay, just the Justice
so,
Hammers.
regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Pew pew pew.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the
Justice Hammers.
Can I do this? Shit! Oh god.
Shoot!
No! Oh god!
So,
Has to be Yasuhiro's message.
I wonder if, or perhaps it was after. We already know what
Did this
order
work?
they were killed in.
Oh shit, no! Oh no, we're gonna die!
Shoot!
No, we're about to die. No. Uh-oh. No. Ah! No one believes me. What? No, we haven't come to the end. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. Oh god, no. Why do we fail? It would appear that the one with the most votes is Makoto. Why the hell am I the one with the most votes? Looks like the real killer gets to graduate.
Is the
Why am I always the one to get
refuse
killed?
to give up yet?
Why does everyone suspect me? Wouldn't they suspect Hiro? What about the Monokuma file? Of course not, that's not gonna give you shit.
Shoot.
I do not actually know what the fudge I'm supposed to do. Okay, let's try the Monokuma file on the second thing. Oh crap, it's not the Monokuma file either.
Shoot.
So it's not the wrist. Oh god.
So, regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed.
Wait, what about the wristwatch? The wristwatch doesn't work. Oh shit. We're gonna end up dying. Okay, let's rule out the wristwatch.
I wonder if he, or perhaps it was because of the numbering.
What about the wristwatch?
Justice hammers.
So it's not the wristwatch, it's not the Monokuma file.
Shoot.
We already know
What about Yasuhiro's message? What the fudge?
Shoot.
Oh my god! Is this bugged? So I did the Monokuma file and the wristwatch, then I gotta do Yasuhiro's message for Aoi's second thing. This doesn't make any sense, I'm so retarded.
I refuse to give up yet.
Shut up. Shut up, Makoto, you're not helping me here. Okay, so it's gotta be Yasuhiro's message for the second one, right? It has to be, it's the only one left.
so, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last
What makes you say that?
because of the numbering of the
Justice hammers.
What?
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer.
The fuck?
While Taka's death came from
See? So it's obvious Taka
Fucking immune shit.
numbering of the Justice hammers.
What? Seriously?
So, regarding
Okay, so,
Taka's
okay.
death,
Yasuhiro's message for the first
I
thing.
wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order
Yasuhiro's
they were
message.
killed in.
Doesn't work for the first one. The fudge. Yasuhiro's message number 2. Doesn't work. Shut up, Aoi.
We already know what
No,
order
you
they
don't.
were killed in.
Wristwatch doesn't work for the first one. Let's see if the wristwatch works for the second one. This is the third time we're doing this. The wristwatch doesn't work for the first or the second. Okay, the Monokuma file now is not gonna work, is it? This doesn't make any sense. So the wristwatch and Yasuhiro's message doesn't do shit. So it's gotta be the Monokuma file. The watch and Yasuhiro's message doesn't work. And the Monokuma file, it doesn't work. Doesn't work.
But the Justice hammers.
And the Monokuma file, fuck! I'm looking this up.
Shoot.
Wait, ask. This is bullshit. What? You have to convert what order by holding triangle over it for a couple of seconds. Make sure your positioning is dead on using the concentration and make sure because it occasionally be a tiny bit. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Got it!
Taka came last.
Say that.
I can't believe I forgot about this.
Because of the numbering of the Justice
Bam!
Hammer.
Yeah! I only needed to read a guide to do it. I am so sure. How did you not re-explain this, Monokuma, you shit?
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
This is so embarrassing. That took like 10 minutes.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Probably.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Huh? What evidence proves that Taka was killed before Hifumi? I don't know. His body was cold. His wristwatch was broken. What? Oh my god, he's doing his Yu-Gi-Oh thing. Oh, broken. I need the B. I need a B. What? Oh, wristwatch. This game is so stupid. The Handman's Gambit is the stupidest thing ever.
Now I understand.
I hope the second game has a better way to do it.
Taka's wristwatch. See? Look. It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
Did you have a
It
photo?
must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night,
Hey you, how long are you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the good little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be his official time of death.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
Yeah.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Oh, crap.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Yeah, but didn't Hifumi kill Taka? Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office. And that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
No, shut up.
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have rock-solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room.
Yeah, but if he moved Hifumi's body...
At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
But if Hifumi's body was moved... Think about it, the school only has one way to go from the top floor to the bottom floor. If they moved Hifumi's body, they would have seen us while we were running back. Unless they hid somewhere. But then again, I don't think Hifumi was dead.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Oh, dude, just shut up or we will execute you for being stupid.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body. Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
Sure.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have been gone for more than a minute or two, though. I keep telling you he was alive. He faked it. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the
So
1
cheap.
minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Yeah, the Dragon Balls.
What? How?
If the dead body were to move itself.
See, she's on. Wait, I was right. I got it. I'm getting good at this.
The dead body moved on its own?
No, not another ghost.
Why wasn't this guy killed?
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
No, he spoke to you before he died.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
Yeah, he probably plays a hunter on WoW too.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Yeah, he was alive when we spoke to him and then he died. Oh, and then the tape played. Oh, so he must not have been dead. So that must be the blood
saying
stain.
that when we first found Hifumi
Oh
in the
God, I only
nurse's
have one life.
office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Yeah. We discovered 2 bodies at the same time, but then the announcement went off after we saw Hifumi die a second time. Didn't it? I think so. That means he was alive the first
Are
time.
you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
I'm borrowing this.
No, it is impossible.
Oh, yes!
Hifumi
Yes!
was dead.
That's the solution! We're gonna
Without a
borrow it!
And you know that how?
Oh my God, I'm getting good at
Surely
this.
you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, it wasn't. Why? Oh, no. No. Ah, shit. I died like 3 times. I'm gonna fail class. God, if this was a real class, I would have failed so many times. I'm not getting good at this. Oh. It's not over for us. We can just respawn.
refuse to give up yet.
Please shut up, Makoto. Okay, here we go again. I'm gonna get an F. I deserve it.
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Celeste, stop smiling.
And you
It's
know
creepy.
that how? Surely you've heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's death body
Nah.
is involved.
Yeah!
No, that's wrong.
Wait, but then we would have had to at least hear the entire statement once in order to counter it. That means
The
this
body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
game. You have to hear the whole thing in order to go back and then prove that something was a lie or wrong. It's not sequential.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Yeah, Monokuma, answer that.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
Yeah, and there were 3 people that discovered Taka.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
You lazy bum.
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time, which means even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again.
And they made the announcement for Hifumi later.
If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body announcement. The first one was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time it was when...
I got it!
both bodies were
We
rediscovered.
heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the 2 bodies.
Yeah. Ding dong, a body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet.
He wasn't actually dead when we found him the second time either, but, you know, semantics.
Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
He keeps respawning, it's pissing me off.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Was it him cleaning his glasses with the napkin or the fake blood everywhere?
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
Can we start poking the dead from now on and tickling them? Because, like, could you imagine you just tickling a dead body? It's like, eee!
This whole thing is pointless.
There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I need to find it and show it to everyone. Ah, the glasses.
Well, here's one thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, There was no
notable difference.
Yes, it was!
No, it's wrong. In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Damn, Hunter.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Evidence I found in the trash can in the office was... There we go.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot.
It's anime.
One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
What the fuck are you watching it for me?
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I agree with you.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're saying is...
No, don't say anything stupid.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Pretty much.
That's a good point.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
Exactamundo.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
No, there was a blood cabinet in the fridge.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
You feel me? Sakura? No. And not Taka.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
Like a ninja.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
Why didn't you just kick it?
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
He could have gotten away with murder. But what the fudge would have been the point of pretending to be dead and then... Could he? Wait. If he killed Taka and then pretending to be dead, could he skip the class trial by playing dead? Or would he still have to sit the trial? Like, Would that work? That would probably be ingenious. Like, pretend to be dead and then skip the class trial altogether as the blackened. Like, that would be pretty cool, but I don't think Monokuma will let it happen.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Fun. Oh, great. So he's an assailant now.
But that means he took part in the murders.
Yeah, he killed Taka.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Oh, wow. She's got that smirk again.
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
The note down his pants?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
You're killing me.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
No one would dare go there.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
Well, if people obey the freaking let's not go out at nighttime rule, no one would have been dead.
It's not the same?
I am, oh my god, I'm revoking your right to speak.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been...
Hifumi's pants. That is stupid.
I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Why?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
No, why would the letter be in his pants?
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Why do we allow her to keep those scissors? Nah, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, I can't let her get to me. More debating. Oh god, F5!
Huffy had the note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
I mentioned in the note, I feel like that's the key.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter!
Yes, it does!
The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Yes, it does!
No, it's wrong! No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
She's actually at least discussing, unlike Toko, who does nothing.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
You killed Taka.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
There was a little bit left in his hand, maybe. Where is it?
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Wait, so you guys just carry this shit around?
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There is only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip,
Yeah, wow, references.
leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Why are you winking?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure.
Can we just kill this guy anyway? Like, he's not contributing anything to the plot, the investigations, or as a character.
In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Please? Can we just kill him?
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
And then he came back and then he's dead anyway.
The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Yes!
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
And the door was locked, so he opened it.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
What did I say about going in groups of 2? Why does no one listen to me?
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
You really don't like her boobs, do you?
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
You've got one chance to redeem yourself.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Out!
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
I know.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
Okay, you said something Spot. Now, quit while you're ahead.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
One of the hammers was
The
washed.
Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers?
There's 4.
Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
Shut up.
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
What? Why is it spinning? It's the hammer that was washed. Oh yeah, spotless hammer. Good, 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 good.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them kill him?
Because it was in the room. Oh shit. Oopsie. Damn it, my credibility's going down.
Hammer 5 was a
No, 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 no. Oh shit. No, my father, motherfucker. What? I have no idea what you're talking about, but I want to stab your seriously adorable serious face off.
Shoot.
Okay, shit.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
What?
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the
No.
Justice.
Yeah!
No, that's wrong.
Yeah! Getting somewhere.
The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
And whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Why would he work with someone when he wouldn't get anything out of it?
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Essentially.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
He's got a point. Wait, is this the part where they talk about killing two people?
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only
What if there's
the
two
one who
murders?
actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Yeah, two murders. Is the possibility of an accomplice really that insane, or is there some other chance?
In this case, however, there were two murders.
Yep, two murders.
You actually carried out assuming the rule holds
Nope,
true.
two murders.
No, that's wrong. Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in the scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, If there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Very smart.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
Except the second killer didn't kill a second person, they killed Hifumi.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
So I sort of figured it out, didn't I?
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
Wow.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
When you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Don't back out now, Naegi. You gave her flowers and she already hit on you. It's almost unnatural how good she is at this. Hey, stop getting cold feet. Get in there.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. What? 59 seconds? Oh shit! No. Sakura-chan was with Aoi. Kirigiri was missing, so she's that. Aoi was with Sakura. This guy's an idiot. Chihiro's dead. Byakuya's a dick. Celeste. She was getting Hifumi to do all the tea. Would he kill for her? She was unconscious. I'm just me. So, it's either Kyoko or Celeste. But Hifumi would listen to Celeste more than Kyoko, and she was awfully insistent about, oh fuck, I just might as well pick her.
Here's my answer.
Oh fuck, it came down to the two girls we were hitting on. Holy crap!
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
No, this is gonna be fun.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi. The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.
Hey, you got him to make your tea.
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit, brain-fat, lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Okay then.
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Gosh, she crazy, man.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What was it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common? Another 60! Shit. Encountering suspicious individual, the screaming, the paper... Wait a minute. They were the only ones that said they saw the freaking robot. None of us saw him.
I got it! The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it?
What if there never was a suspicious individual on the second and third floor? What if he was in the fucking locker the entire time and it was Makoto's fault for never checking? You little lazy shit.
The only ones who ever actually saw Robojustice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual.
Byakuya, you just get a Kuma coin.
If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw him on the third floor. Ah, I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
I love how she's winking. It's just like she was screaming.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costumed man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Ah. Huh? What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
That bitch!
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
That bitch. Then why don't we split into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will leave the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura. You split up Aoi and Sakura!
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Uh-oh.
And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
That didn't sound like pain.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor, everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Oh.
I just realized another strange thing.
If you say something stupid, you're gonna get whipped.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Where are you going with this?
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Whose idea was it to go to the bathroom?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait, then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What did she say?
What are you talking about?
I I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died. Wait, she never went upstairs to see Taka, did she? How could she know Taka's dead?
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
You will in a second.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
How does everyone remember exactly what everyone said? Yakuya said the Celeste comment doesn't make any sense. But what is he alluding to? Please tell me you get it. Of course it's Celeste's account.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
When Celeste said what she did, she shouldn't have known yet. With that in mind, what's so strange what she said?
We are going to die.
Yeah, hit it!
Just like those
Oh
guys
crap, it's not that one. No, please don't.
All it takes. What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh, we gotta borrow his one and hit Celeste. I get it, I get it, I get it.
Said they must really enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to what was so
Strange about
Borrowing.
Celeste's comment.
Thank you.
All I said, they must really be enjoying the sight of us. They
Yeah,
must be-
chipmunks.
We are going to die.
Bam!
Just
Yeah!
no, it's wrong.
You fuck, Celeste, you fuck.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
You're not dueling Yu-Gi-Oh! Get your elbow down.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how
Yeah.
did you know they were both guys?
Yeah, Celeste, tell us.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
Uh-oh, what?
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Yeah?
Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
How do you explain how you took this fucking photo? First of all, you said you were peeking through the door and took a photo while he wasn't looking. Meanwhile, the door is behind you, you're standing in front of the fucking robot taking a photo. This doesn't make any fudging sense. But if Hifumi was your accomplice, what the fuck's with the robot? Maybe it was just an empty costume. Ever consider that?
It has to be some kind of setup, right? So let's put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
Yeah, but why would he just let you take a freaking photo of him being dragged away and not smash your head in with a mallet and then take the camera and smash it?
If everything I told you was a lie, how can this picture exist?
That freaking picture is a lie!
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What she said.
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Oh, you're so sure about that? Other explanations? If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away, Hifumi and the suspect had been drinking, Hifumi and the suspect are dead. This is retarded!
I got it! It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Just play your Blue Eyes White Dragon already.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility.
No, you go to the Shadow Realm.
The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Uh-oh, she's gonna pull out the Kira card and start, like, messing with everyone's brains.
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Whoa! Nuclear launch sequence initiated. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Yeah, go defend your woman. Oh god, 5 bullets. Oh, the music just
You
changed.
dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No, don't. You can't just dismiss an hour's worth of court proceedings just because one statement is convincing
Dressed
you.
me up in that suit after I passed out.
Then you just draped me up. You tried to make me look.
Like I said, as you can see in the picture, the suspect is if the person inside the suit. There's no way they could stand.
Wait. Yeah, I got it! Without any mistakes! Yeah!
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robojustice suit had a certain characteristic.
You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
That's right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
Or was it a mistake?
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Oh, you're blown away. That's the first time I've ever seen you go,
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing.
I play too much Hitman.
The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Alright, she's going crazy.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Oh no. Oh no. 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 Do not tell her that she lost in the game. No. No. Bad Byakuya. Bad boy. No. Why is the camera going upside down? Why is everything flipping? Oh shit. Oh no. 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 No.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Oh shit, you just pushed the devil button.
Celeste?
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
What happened to your voice? Why is your... You know what?
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hey Hifumi, who was it? Who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
Man, it must be a full-time job to keep that act up.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Then why the fuck does it say Yasuhiro on the name tag?
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Yeah, just shut up and sit in the fucking corner.
He did say Yasuhiro. But are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
Huh?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Naegi, you really dodged the bullet by not going out with this one anymore.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Stick with Kyoko. She likes dead bodies.
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He said, for serious a lot. He gave everyone nicknames. He said people's last names. I think he used people's last names. He had nicknames for some people, but he used last names.
I got it! That's right, our last names. He called us all by our last names.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example.
Naegi? I kept calling him Naegi. Whoops, I can't read for shit.
So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No, there's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to. And that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
Oh yeah, she's always quite insistent about Celeste being her real name. But she's Japanese!
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
I can't believe we went out with this chick.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
She's got a few bolts missing in that head of hers.
Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
I think we broke her.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is... Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me, that's the only truth there is! Moron!
Ooh. Yikes.
He wanted us to know the killer before.
Yeah, I'm shooting everything.
It would have to be you, Celeste.
How many times?
She...
Celestia Ludenberg!
How long do you plan to go on?
I'm not pretending. And since you have no way to...
Fire the missile!
What's wrong?
Well, first take a nap.
That's it! The handbook!
What?
Ah, yeah. Show us the handbook, my lady.
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. Now, this is not your everyday handbook. It also has many more uses than... Wait a minute, how the fuck did Kyoko know before the trial that the handbook would come in handy? Did she know the entire outcome beforehand? Naegi, marry that! She might tell you the winning lotto numbers.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
Put a ring on it.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
This is a trial!
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up.
Wait, did you just admit it?
Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning.
Ah,
And shed
crap!
light on all your crimes. And that'll bring everything to an end.
Are you gonna do that case thing again? Ah. Okay, we've got 10 minutes. Act 1. Wait. Is that his room with all the posters? Okay, so Act 1. Celeste was sitting in Hifumi's room like a queen with her legs crossed. And then she devised a devious plan. And for some reason, she looks like a guy. In this case, how did the killer recruit their accomplice? Was it seduction? It wasn't a mallet. It wasn't time. It wasn't byakuya. It wasn't a justice hammer. It wasn't a blood-spattered poster, that's for sure. It wasn't a backpack. Snacks? Did she use snacks? She bribed him with food? Seriously, that is insulting to all people that enjoy snacks. What? What happened here? What time did the killer call their victim to the rec room? 1. And then they knocked him out. Who was it that the killers summoned first? Well, obviously the guy in the photo. And then they shoved him in a robot suit. And carried him? They knocked him out and stuffed him in a Robojustice suit to falsify their evidence. And they used a certain item to do it. Ah, the camera. And then Act 3, ooh, he's hiding behind the door. What time was Taka supposed to head to the equipment room? 7? And then he was hit over the head with a mallet. But before that happened, Taka turned Super Saiyan, and he still died. The Justice Hammer was used to kill Taka. What number was it? Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. 4? Yeah, they... Okay, so Celeste... 1. So Celeste was number 1. Hifumi was 2. Then Hifumi was 3 for murder. And then 4 was Taka. Okay. And then Celeste showed us the photo in the library. In the library, Hifumi used something to fake the existence of a shadowy criminal. Justice Hammer number 2. And then we all took him to the nurse's office, where he took the fake blood and started dancing around like a ballerina. Which Justice Hammer was used in the nurse's office when Hifumi was pretending to be dead. That would be number 3. And then we all saw the dead body. Why is Celeste grey? Why? Because she's the culprit? And then the 2 were found at the exact same time. And Celeste is the only one that's grey without hair. Maybe she doesn't have any hair. And then Act 6. Wait, what was Act 5? Oh, that was Act 5. Okay, then. Act 5. Hifumi wraps up the body like a mummy. Drags it. Hifumi used something to move Taka's body. That would have been the thing that you push. Ah, here it is. And then Hifumi's like, mistress, I'm so good. Give me a treat. And then Celeste looks like some evil guy, grabs a mallet and whacks him over the head. Mallet. Hey, that was easier than I thought. Now enact.
The killer is you! Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
What? No, I didn't lay out the reasoning right. I need to rearrange the evidence. In this case, how did the killer recruit their accomplice? Was it seduction? What is... Shit, I'm so bad. It wasn't snacks. What was it? It wasn't Byakuya. Was it a poster?
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Ah, shit. Why the fuck is this so hard? I'm an idiot.
Here's exactly what happened. Before anything, the killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning. That someone they met with was Hiro. The murderous duo intended to pass Hiro off as the prime suspect. So when they met up with him, they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robojustice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robojustice was attacking them, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room. That's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon was Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room. The reason Hammer number 4 was used was to create confusion about the order of the crimes. So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims to solidify Robojustice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robojustice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3 and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
Where's the blood packet?
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. He simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
No, don't make love. No. Hey, it looks like they're having a wedding ceremony. Well, that's as close as you're gonna get.
Celeste, sorry, you lose.
Game over.
I lost?
Yeah, to Naegi. Sucks, huh?
I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
Well, I could have been.
I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Wait, your name is Taiko Yasuhiro?
Keiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Wait, what the fuck just happened to your voice?
Interesting.
How the fuck did I get A's? I got an A after failing like 3 classes. Yay!
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
What the fuck's with your voice?
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Ah, shit. Why does every single girl we hit on end up dying? Kyoko, if you die, we're screwed. We might as well just go for the... Oh, God, she killed the guys as well.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I'd just like to point out that I just realized that there is an absence of black people in this game. And is it maybe because they call it the blackened? Because that would have been a huge lawsuit. I'm not being racist here. I'm just pointing out. But then again, this is a game of people in Japan, so... I was in Japan. How many black people did I see? I saw like 2 guys. That's it. In the whole of Japan. Pretty crazy, right? Maybe I'll edit that part out because it sounds racist. I'm not racist! Ah, he's wearing a tux. Well, it looks like you don't get your $10 million. It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taoko Yasuhiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hifumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her speciality, lying. My speciality? Don't make me laugh. I don't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use, you know, bow chicka wow wow? I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. What? Why is everyone besides us getting late? What the fuck am I doing wrong? I'm doing my best. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. What, you have an alter ego for... What? Oh, alter ego. Not her. Well, you can clearly see where my mind is. Okay? For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean... Is she talking about alter ego?
Say what?
What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it?
Indeed.
That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. What the fudge does he have in his room? He's got a freaking costume at the back. He's got a little bow. He's like Princess Kenny. And he's got all these little PVC figurines everywhere. How the fuck does he get this into the school? Wait, is that King Kong? Whatever. What are you doing here?
Actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it. What?
are you okay with
It
this?
was Taka. He stole it.
So then...
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. How are you getting into people's rooms without a key? Are people just leaving them unlocked? And how many mangas do you have back there? Oh my god, you really love Kakuto ladies. What? I don't even know what that means. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it. What?
See What?
As for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say. He abused me. You really shouldn't be lying about stuff like that.
what?
And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he asked, he would show them to everyone. That's not cool, Celeste. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime, an absolute crime. I knew he'd gone a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far. Wait, so you killed him because... See, now I feel bad for Hifumi. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I don't like you anymore. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands.
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape, and he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean Taka is going to try to kill you. What?
indeed.
And all so he can keep her to himself. That bastard.
Completely unforgivable!
Bastard, bastard, bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? She.
I swear,
I have to
will
save her.
actually,
Then, would you like to join with me? It just so happens I've come up with a plan. Huh? I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he'd make something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad you... Bleh, this is so ironic. I cannot pronounce it. And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surprised... Why is my tongue twisting? And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Oh, that took every ounce of brain power I had. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he had... What? I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that, and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How could human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
Now you sound like Byakuya.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money? Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment I knew life here had begun, my only thought had been escape. But all along you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch!
Obviously that was a lie! Huh?
Hey!
I couldn't take it, I hated it from day one. More than anyone else here.
You little bitch!
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me...
And it was all for that dream. And what was that dream of yours?
Isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? What? And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butlers slash bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. The crazy sex Makoto could have had. Wait, no wonder she enjoyed the rose whip. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. That's pretty hot. That is pretty hot. You know, European castles aren't that expensive. You can buy one for about 4 or 5 million. No, really, 4 or 5 million will buy a European castle. I mean, they're a bitch to maintain. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge,
There is
but
nothing to be done.
unfortunately, my dream has been scattered to the wind. Dude, if she had a castle like that, I would visit. Wait, but it only has men. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding. So she's a psychopath. Great.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes, indeed.
That's right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Isn't it wonderful?
I think I would like to come back as Maria Antoinette. Wait, isn't that the chick that got decapitated?
Hey,
You just get executed again. I guess I'll miss you in a sick and twisted way. Celeste smiled again, and when she did, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Kills! Chills! Kills!
You're all done? Okay, then let's get rolling. The black and disturb the peace, and let's pay the price.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
Yay! It's like the children's TV show in about 20 years when society becomes fucked up.
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this. What?
Oh,
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way.
dude, your voice is so weird.
Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone.
Which is why what? Don't leave me hanging!
Perhaps we'll meet again. In another life.
Or maybe in hell. But come on, don't leave me hanging! Great, I gotta go all the way to the underworld to get my answer. That's gonna be one hell of a trip. Oh, there's blood red eyes. Wait, are you praying? Like castles? No! Oh! Burn the witch. How fitting. The burning of the Versailles witch. Ah, little Monochrome executioner. Wow. That's some cool music. Oh god, she's gonna pop. How is she not screaming? The fire truck from the intro! Wait, what? Death by fire truck! Well, it's less painful than boiling to death. If your blood temperature reaches a certain level, you simply just die. So cute! It's a fireman Monokuma. Oh my god, I wish I could collect them all. Well, I sincerely believe Monokuma now has the budget for this sort of shit if he has $10 million just to give away. Imagine if this is like a reality TV show soon. It's over. The third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friend, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. Wait, you friend zoned yourself? Oh god damn it! And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone could have cut free of their regrets from the outside world. And so more people had to die.
Extreme!
You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Jeez, and here I thought you guys were gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
Let me out of here!
What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down, one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you gonna make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Kyoko, did I see you got some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine. Oh, nice!
you...
What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What? The fuck?
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh, how exciting.
Ooh, oh man, oh geez, oh man, oh geez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? The Mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean? No, don't tell me she's a dude as well. Jesus, for the love of... I have a feeling if I played those games that are like dating simulators, I would suck. Because I'd keep getting... Oh, why does this happen? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya later!
See ya! Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that Celeste gave you? Most likely, it's a key to one of the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose some things it's easiest to miss when it's right beneath your nose. Well then, we'd better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said, I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why exactly are you going alone?
So...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I meant. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please let me go. Are you asking for permission from Daddy? Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Do whatever you like. Thank you, Byakuya.
well
Then it's up to you now. I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means? High five! Very nice. I like.
Okay.
You like Makoto? Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little... Wait, what? Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. We've got the confidence vote! It's not completely doomed! Yay! I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah, damn straight!
So then...
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw...
You really came.
Ohayou gozaimasu! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank God. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. Ah, she's opening up! I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow? I'm doing my best, so please just wait a while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but... Can we take a second? Since we have this opportunity, I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please, tell me, what are you trying to do on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
However...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know? That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Oh yeah, baby, you are learning the ways! Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you. I looked all over for you, but I couldn't find you anywhere. You were the only thing I had on my mind the entire time. I was so worried you could have been hurt, or worse. Come on, my boy! Come on! Come on! Bring it home! Hit the home run! Come on! Come on! Everyone's rooting for you here, man. Without warning, without explanation. When you did that,
Indeed.
it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you!
What?
You believe in me? Yes! And the heart of the cards! I just had to. He's always like holding his hand out like this. I just couldn't help it. You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Okay, you're recovering? Because we're God fucking damn it! Okay. Because we're friends. I understand. You're fucking idiot! Carry on.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit more. Then,
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was, well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believed in her, she told me of a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own 2 eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the 2nd floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, she said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet. But could Kyoko really be right about this? Well, I'm gonna save the game, and we're gonna continue next time, because I almost blew a fuse with this friendship. Crap. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to give it a like, be sure to share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to get the next one as soon as it comes out. If you guys haven't subscribed already, and you've watched this whole video, I mean, the fudge. Just subscribe already. You know you want the next episode. Anyway, catch me then. Ninjakuma out. Bye. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Yeah! 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 Bah! Dun da dun! Sha 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 sha! What the fuck? Did I just see Sakura-chan's underwear? Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible.